Hey guys, welcome to the Trading Channel. My name is Steven and I am the founder and head trader at the tradingchannel.net, an educational website that helps traders just like you become profitable and consistent. Today we're going to be taking a look at some long-term investment analysis on the four most popular pairs in Forex. Those four pairs are the Euro dollar, dollar yen, pound dollar, and dollar Swiss. Now, although this video is on YouTube, I will not be producing any more videos like this on YouTube. Instead, if you want to have access to a weekly video, just like this one where I do analysis on my long-term investments, then what you have to do is go over to the tradingchannel.net and sign up for my email list. I will not be spamming you. There will be no selling of an email address from my site. The only thing I will use your email address for is the videos for the long-term analysis, and also I may send you promotional offers on the EAP subscription service that I run from the site. So quickly, before we get into the intro and disclaimer, I'll show you guys exactly how to sign up for the email list in case you're interested in getting this free weekly long-term analysis. There is a link below this video in the description to the tradingchannel.net, and that link will take you here to my website where you can scroll down, and the section you want to find is right here, free Forex analysis and videos. Click this little button and it will take you all the way down to join our mailing list. Type in your email address and click subscribe now. Once you do that, you will get this message, thank you for subscribing. Then if you go to your inbox, you will receive the thank you so much for subscribing email that includes a butterfly pattern tutorial. You can click on that tutorial if you do not know how to trade the butterfly pattern yet, and it will show you the exact rules I use for the butterfly pattern. And once you do that, you'll also be receiving about once a week a long-term analysis video explaining what I'm looking for in my long-term investments, the key levels that I'm looking at, advanced patterns, Fibonacci levels that I plan to trade, and so on. So if that's something you're interested in, click the link in the description below. And I'll go ahead and let the intro and disclaimer roll while you do that, and I'll be right back to go through some long-term analysis with you guys. Welcome back, guys. So first things first, if you are a new viewer here to the trading channel and you are not currently subscribed, then make sure to go ahead and do so that you're alerted every time I come out with some new free educational content here on YouTube. If you've looked through a few of my videos on my channel, then you'll know that I do produce some really good content for free here on YouTube. So go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you click that like button. It really helps me to promote this channel. And leave me a comment in the comments section below. I do reply to every comment I get. So if you have any questions about this video or about my website or any general Forex questions, or if you just want to tell me how much you liked or disliked this video, make sure to leave that in the comments section below. So let's go ahead and get started on some of this long-term analysis. First pair we'll take a look at is the Euro dollar. And the way I like to do my long-term investment analysis is by pointing out some key levels on these large time frames because they are oftentimes respected. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and point out my key levels. I know that's a key resistance level because it's been touched multiple times. If we look back through here, we have many times where the market met this area and was pushed back down as resistance. So I know that's a key level. My most previous support level is right here. And that's about all I see on this market. Now here on the weekly time frame, I do not see any kind of setup that we could use in order to trade. So since that's the case, and we are looking at longer term investments, what I'll do is go ahead and drop down to the daily chart. And guys, when I say long term investments, what I'm talking about are trades that are going to last weeks to months, instead of what we usually get into here on YouTube and also with the EAP on my website. We normally get into trades that last between a few days and maybe a week or two. Instead of that, we're talking about trades that will probably last a couple of weeks to a couple of months. So this is my long-term investment analysis. Alright guys, let's see if you can spot what I'm looking at here. We know from looking at the weekly chart, if I zoom back out, we can see our key levels, and we also know that this market is in a period of consolidation. We can see that we've had a really long move down here on the weekly, and we're currently putting in this little brief form of consolidation. And as I'm sure some of you already know, these periods of consolidation are really good opportunities to find advanced patterns. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go back down to the daily and let you guys see if you can spot what I already see. Alright, have you spotted it yet? If we take a look from this little swing low as our X leg, and we pull up all the way to that swing high, you'll notice that right here, we hit a very nice 50% retracement. What do we look for if we get a 50% retracement? We look for an advanced bat pattern. So that's what we have here on the daily chart, and the cool thing about this advanced pattern is that it's coming in really close to our weekly structure level. So we were already looking at our black line here as being support on our very high time frame, the weekly. So since we were looking at that, we headed down here to the 1-day chart in order to try to find an entry reason. So if you are an aggressive trader who has already tested advanced patterns on the daily chart, and you've tested the bat pattern on the daily chart, then this would be a good opportunity for you to get in a long position on the euro dollar. And the way I trade these patterns is with a limit order, so I would go ahead and have a long position order ready at the 886 retracement with my stops under X and my targets at a 382 retracement from A, or A leg of the pattern up here, down to the 886 completion, giving me a trade that would look something like this. And the reason I like this bat pattern is because we are in consolidation on the higher time frame, as well as coming down to a previous level of weekly support. Now I have not done this analysis yet, so we may go a bit slow. This is all new to me, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and try to see if we can find some other reasons for entry here using Fibonacci retracements and extensions. So if I take an extension tool from swing high to swing low and back up, you can see that we actually have a 1618 extension right there at our weekly support level as well. So if you are not an aggressive trader who trades advanced patterns and you look at things more as a combined score of technical analysis, then what you can do is say, okay, we have this zone right here. We have a completion of a bat pattern. We have a 1.618 extension, and we also have our weekly support level. This looks like a good place for me to get long, but I'm going to wait for the market to get there, and then I'm going to wait for an entry reason. And you can have many different entry reasons, from as aggressive as a higher high, higher close candle to as conservative as a double bottom with divergence. So there is our long-term investment analysis on the pound dollar. Now what I like to do is look for an entry reason going the opposite direction. So as of now, we have a reason to get long if the market comes down. So if we delete this analysis, now let's see if we can find a reason to get short if the market heads higher. So the first thing we'll look for here is an ABCD pattern. If we copy and paste this leg of the move, that's going to be a little high. And we have no chance at an advanced pattern from here, I do not believe. Pulling from X down to A. Actually, we are going to get a cipher pattern right there at that previous weekly resistance level. Yep, so that is going to be a really good spot for me to get short. So now I've done something called bracketed the market with advanced patterns. So if the market goes down, I have this bat pattern. And if the market decides to go up, then I'll have a limit order here at the 786 ready for the market to complete this cipher pattern and go down. Now I do have tutorials on the bat and cipher pattern that I'll list in the bottom of the screen, and you can click those. They'll open up in a new window. If you don't know how to trade either of these patterns, they are very accurate ways to trade the market. So click on one of those videos and go ahead and learn them so you can start testing them in the market. So there's our long-term analysis on the euro dollar. We are looking at two different advanced patterns in two different zones of higher time frame structure that we see as good trading opportunities once the market gets there. The next pair we'll look at out of the top 4 most popular pairs in Forex is the dollar yen. And we'll head back out to the weekly chart to mark off our strong levels of support and resistance here. Pretty easy to see that this is going to be a strong level of support as we've tested it 3 times on the weekly chart. And this is going to be a strong level of resistance as we've tested it as support here and back as resistance again here. Now we do have this minor level of resistance that the market is currently at, so we'll look and see if we can find some trading opportunities around these levels. Back down on the daily chart, I have already spotted what I think will be a very nice opportunity on this chart. So if I take a Fibonacci retracement, swing high to swing low, we get a 618 retracement. And then if we pull all the way down, zoom this in, yep, we do have another cipher pattern entry here on the dollar yen daily chart as a long-term investment analysis. So X to A to B, B to C, and C to D, completing at that 786. This cipher pattern has already completed, but our X leg here has not been broken. That means this cipher pattern is still a valid pattern. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and sell this at market and see if we can get a nice move down to our 382 retracement. Let me go ahead and mark off targets and stops, guys. This will just be a second. Alright, so there we go. We're set up here on the dollar yen with a cipher pattern entry with our long-term analysis. Hopefully this one will go our way, and I'll go ahead and delete those drawings for you guys because I see another advanced pattern that seems to be ending at that major weekly support level that could turn into resistance. So see if you can spot that before I point it out. Did you pull from this as your X leg down to A, like so, and see this as a very nice bat pattern? If so, then you were absolutely correct. We have X to A, then making a 50% retracement followed by at least a 382, and back up here at this 886. Again, if you have tested these patterns on a daily chart, then a good opportunity to trade would be at this weekly structure level as we complete right above it. So if you were a little less aggressive and more conservative, you would put this as your zone of completion and try to wait on a different reason for entry once you get in this area. So that's our long-term analysis on the dollar yen, and now we'll just move down to the pound dollar. Go ahead and head back out to the weekly chart, moving down to the pound dollar. And we have discussed this in a few different videos, but guys, I want to help you guys to be able to read the markets better. And in trend, it's very easy to read markets because most of the time when a market's in trend, it's doing one of two things. We are either creating an impulse leg or we are in a brief period of consolidation / a pullback. Those two things can be one and the same. So we are either creating an impulsive move down on the pound dollar here since we're in a downtrend, or some kind of period of consolidation that oftentimes gives the illusion of a flag or pennant. And obviously you can see here we create an impulsive move down followed by another period of consolidation. And guys, this is how you read structure in markets that are trending. You just wait for these brief periods of consolidation, and they can bring some pretty good trading opportunities if you know how to use them. As you can see, we've previously broke through this major support level, so what do you guys think we're going to be looking for now that we've done that for our long-term analysis? Well, one thing that we're definitely going to be looking for after this break is a brief period of consolidation followed by another break, an impulsive move down, considering the trend we've been in for a while now here on the pound dollar. But another thing we can look at, if we delete all this, we can drop down to our daily time frame and find some other reasons for entry. So here on the daily, we'll go ahead and mark the major resistance. We'll go ahead and mark the major support level right here. As you can see, this support level has been tested twice and bounced up from twice. So now if the market does make it back to this level, I would be interested in taking an opportunity to short this market if I get the right reasons for entry. So can we combine anything with that level of structure? We can pull a Fibonacci retracement and see that we have a 618 retracement right there at that level of structure, increasing our odds of this being an important level in the market. So not much here on the pound dollar after the crash that we had earlier last week. So we'll go ahead and shoot over to the US dollar versus the Swiss. And here on the dollar Swiss, we'll go ahead and zoom back out to the weekly chart, point out our key levels. As I'm sure you can already see, this is going to be a key level of resistance. This would be a key level of support, and so would this low here. So here are our key levels. Now we can go down to the daily chart to look for opportunities. And for our long-term investments, we're looking for advanced patterns and Fibonacci Confluence. So let's see if we can find anything here. Can you guys spot an advanced pattern yet? If you said Gartley pattern, then you would be correct. Pulling from our X leg down here up to A, we get a 618 retracement, followed by another 618 retracement, showing me that there is a possible Gartley pattern here. And if I go ahead and do this, then you'll see that that Gartley pattern actually ends right at that weekly level of support. Draw on my 127 extension, a little lower than our weekly support level. So again, aggressive traders, there's you an opportunity to get involved at a weekly level of support with an advanced pattern. And conservative traders can wait for this area to be tested before looking for a different reason for entry. And you could actually call this zone a very large zone looking like this for your potential buying area on the dollar Swiss daily chart. So now that we have a reason for entry looking in the bullish direction if the market decides to come down, currently the market is heading up, so let's see if we can find a reason to go short. So we have our resistance area here, and if we go ahead and draw in an ABC pattern, let's see if we can get any kind of confluence here in this area. Clone that leg from our lowest support. Yeah, that's pretty close. Okay, so we're pretty close to resistance with the ABCD pattern. And if we do some Fibonacci work here, pulling an extension, the extension there lands right on the 127. And let's see if we can get one more with this inversion. Yeah, so the inversion gives us a really good 1414 in this area. And one more thing I'd like to try is heading back out to the weekly chart and see if we can get some Fibonacci confluence from our highest swing high down to our lowest swing low here. So let's see what that does. Yeah, so we get a 618 right there in that level. So now this has given us a really good zone that we can look at for a potential trading opportunity in the future for our longer term investment. If we look from our resistance up to the completion of that pattern and our cluster of fibs, you'll see that we have a pretty nice little zone there where we can look for a trading opportunity. So now we've pointed out opportunities that we can look for whether the market goes up or down on 3 out of the 4 pairs we looked at. And what I like about trading on these higher time frames and doing the longer term investments is that I don't have to stare at charts all day. I can actually just go through the market 1 to 2 times a day, and I probably won't miss out on too many trading opportunities doing that, since this is based on weekly and daily charts. So that's going to do it for the long-term investment video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. And make sure to head to thetradingchannel.net and sign up for my email list if you enjoyed this as well, because that's how you can get your hands on more videos just like this one. I'll be producing a video like this once a week for subscribers to the email list, where I show you areas in the market that I see as potential trading opportunities, and we discuss advanced patterns, Fibonacci ratios, ABCD patterns, and much more. So if you are interested in getting videos exactly like the one you just saw, then click the link in the description below and head over to thetradingchannel.net, sign up for my email list to start receiving those videos once a week. Again, I hope you guys got something educational out of this video. Leave a comment if you have any questions, or if you just want to tell me what you thought about this video. Like I said earlier, I do answer every comment that I receive here on YouTube. If you're at a point in your trading career that you're interested in investing in yourself and taking some kind of program or course, then make sure to head over to my website, and check out the EAP subscription program. That is my mentor service, and you can read all about it over at the website. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Until next time, good luck in the markets, trade green, and I'll talk to you soon.